All right, so let's talk about this week bias. What is the weekly outlook for me? What are the things that I'll be looking to see? Okay, so looking back into USDJPY here. So looking at this right now in the weekly time frame, as you can see, I already told that this order block or this fair value gap, one of these has to be broken for me to get the mixed bias. What am I looking? Okay, so it's kind of getting a little bit clear because as you can see, we for from 10 March to the whole month, literally we approximately this took the whole month, 3 week in a row, 4 week whole month. So for the whole month March here, we went into that order block here and kind of respected that and pushed lower. This previous week we had a massive sell-off which kind of took out all the liquidity, but we still didn't broke through. If you look this fair value gap closely, we still didn't broke through this fair value gap. So I'm still not super bearish, but looking at this, I'm a bit bearish. I can possibly see bearishness, but I won't be super bearish because I would be if I could have seen some form of close below this level. Okay, and we had a daily low here. Okay, so I'm a little bit bearish, but not too much. So what I can look to see going into tomorrow is we can, as you can see, we literally accumulated here, and if I see some form of daily fair value gap, so we will create a daily fair value gap, I guess, around here somewhere. So I guess the bias will be pretty much based on that daily fair value gap. Okay, once we open tomorrow, this candle will close here, will open here somewhere. Then I can look to see some form of fair value gap around here. So my bias will be depending on this. If I see some form of breakthrough of that fair value gap in the upcoming days, I'll be again bearish, bullish. But if I see that we're respecting it and displacing back into the range, something like this, then I'll be again bearish. My first target would be this low here, because that has to be the low that needs to get broken. That will be the break of structure low, right? So that will be the low that I would like to see that price broke through in order to continue towards this sell side liquidity. Okay, but if I want to see that price goes higher, it will be depending on that. I would like to see we break through this, use this as an inverse, and then pushed higher. Okay, and if you look at the 4 hour, we kind of retracing back into this 4 hour. I would also be looking at the 50% of this range here, and pretty much say that the fair value gap will build inside the deep premium. So that will be a very nice area. So pretty much this is what I'm looking to see. So let's see that we create that fair value gap or not, which I do think we have a very high chance of creating that fair value gap. Okay, right now it completely will depend on the fair value gap. We're definitely gonna create some form of fair value gap here. So I would definitely would like to see us go towards, and talking about we would like to see us go into this fair value gap here, as it's already created in the 4 hour here, as you can see. Okay, it's in deep premium. So I would like to see that price go into that, spec there and displace lower to see us what? To show us that we are pushing lower. This would be the break of structure. BOS weekly. Okay, this would be the weekly break of structure area. If this one breaks through, then I can look to see this sell side. But if we break through this, then I can look to see this buy side and this as well. Okay, if we break through this, what happened? If we break through this, then I'll be pretty confident with this high here and this high here. Okay, so going into this week, my bias is pretty much this. And looking into the news, we got a no news Monday, so can expect much from Monday. Possibly gonna see some form of accumulation. Possibly Tuesday, no news. And Wednesday we got FOMC. JPY, we got VIDA news. This is important all day. So I possibly not gonna trade in Wednesday because this right here, and I'm definitely gonna see the market. So very nice news at Wednesday. Thursday we got CPI, core CPI, and Friday we got prelim UOM inflammation expectation and sentiment and GDP and GP. So pretty much I can like what the daily candle formation would be like is you can see some form of accumulation in Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday you're gonna see that FOMC and this DOJ JPY news to actually do that manipulation, and then I can look to see Thursday and Friday actually reverse and expand. Okay, this is a basic idea. So looking like this, I do can see that maybe Tuesday and Wednesday, sorry, Monday and Tuesday we go into this, and from there, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday we actually do the thing, do the weekly break of structure and other possible thing. And if you want to see some form of break, then yeah, I can see that Wednesday break through this because you got FOMC, we break through this, and then maybe Thursday come back into it as a retracement, and then Friday expand again. Okay, possible things can happen. So let's see how things plays out. So this is pretty much how my weekly outlook is for USDJPY. So let's talk about NAS100. So NAS100 just played out nicely as my previous weekly bias. I was looking this area here, this weekly order block, sorry, this weekly fair value gap here, and we pretty much went into that, formed our model break of structure, a nice sell off, and pretty much broke through this low here. Okay, I cannot say that we swept it or something. Look the way we just sold off from there. Sold down here, pushed higher, took that, pushed lower. This is all happening due to Trump because he's not giving anything clear. So price is just literally falling. This move in NASDAQ here, from here to here, caused $4 trillion wiped out from the market. So yeah, and this is the same move, I guess, and some other money got fucked up here. So my bias was already bearish because looking at the scenarios that are happening, and pretty much I believe the technicals gonna tell you everything over fundamentals. As you can see, I already predicted this whole move here. I knew that if this weekly fair value gap gonna get respected, we're gonna dump. But if we don't respect and close through this, we're gonna have a very high chance of seeing us rebalancing into 50% and going into this weekly fair value gap. If this one also get broke through, then you had a chance of going up here and see new highs, possible all time. But right now, as we are respecting this, I'm definitely bearish, and I was gonna see some form of. I thought like you're gonna sweep this and you're gonna see some form of retracing back into and then push lower, but we just literally broke through this. So the amount of displacement that we got here is kind of telling me that our objective is pretty much this sell side and this sell side liquidity. We kind of already tapped into that. So as soon as the next today Sunday opens, we definitely gonna see. So I will be in NASDAQ a little bit bullish rather than bearish. The reason we just swept this liquidity here. We are just about to swap this liquidity here. And if we actually open gap up here, okay, if we actually open gap, or let's say that it's not far from here, okay. We are sweeping all of this liquidity as sell side. It's kind of telling me that we are going to be a little bit bullish rather than bearish. So what kind of bullishness that I'm talking about? I'm not talking about a proper reversal. I'm talking about first more of a retracement. Retracement where 50% of the range. Right now, if we took this, I'd look to see us rebalancing into 50% of this range first. Possibly these fair value gaps, these daily fair value gaps. Okay, first of all, I'll be looking to see this. First of all, I'll be looking to see this. First of all, I'll be looking to see this price go into this. Okay, so I will not be super bullish in NASDAQ because the way we are selling off, I'll not be super bullish, but I'll be a bit of bullish because we just swept this sell side. We're about to sweep this sell side, possibly gonna sweep this sell side as well. So once we sweep all of this liquidity as sell side, we definitely gonna see some form of retracement. So that's why I'll be a little bit bullish rather than bearish. Okay, but if I see some form of huge sell off from these areas, something like this kind of big displacement, then yeah, I'd look to see new lows towards this liquidities and possibly see a little bit of retracement again. But right now, because we are sweeping all of this liquidity, I am definitely a bit bullish. Would like to see us rebalancing to 50% of this range, possibly this range or this range, whatever you take as you open up, and would like to see us rebalance possibly into this daily fair value gap, possibly create another day here and create another fair value gap maybe, and I would like to see us rebalancing into this, possibly the best chance into premium So I'll be looking to see into this daily fair value gap and premium of this range. Okay, this area. So I would like to see us rebalancing into premium in Nasdaq. So I'll be a bit bullish because we are sweeping these lows. And how I'm gonna determine that, obviously, weekly sell side liquidity, and if I see that 4-hour model is playing out, then I can look to CS. So we already know the news. Every news starts from Wednesday. So what you can see pretty much. So I can look to see that Monday and Tuesday, slow action, possibly take out the sell side. Wednesday, we're gonna finally see that. How am I saying is Monday, Wednesday, slow action. Monday, Tuesday, slow action. Wednesday, finally do the shift in structure. Have a little bit of retracement, and Thursday and Friday, we can have the retracement, and the later things means what happens after the retracement depends on what I see after. Possibly, if I see this daily fair value gap get broken, I'd like to see us go again. Possibly, if this daily fair value gap gets broken, I'll be pretty sure with this high around this high here. Okay, I'll be damn sure about that. We are definitely going into this, and then depends on how do we react. Do we sweep and displace lower? If you break through this, it all depends on the observation. Observe the price action. You don't need to predict. You just observe the reaction from levels. You just observe the price action. You will pretty much know that where price will go, and then all that depends is having a model that can give you model based precise entries that you can take on the direction as you're getting through observing price. Okay, so Nasdaq is pretty easy. Would like to see us as we took out the sell side. I'd just like to see us rebalancing into 50%, and then later depends on later. I'm not concerned about it right now, but depends on how we react here. Do we displace through the sell side liquidities, or we accumulate here? If we started accumulating here, Monday, Tuesday, we started accumulating here, I'm damn sure that you're definitely retracing. Okay, if I see accumulate here and displace back into the range, I will be damn sure that we are going to 50% at least. But if I see big push, let's say FOMC and those things, without going into premium, we just kind of broke through these lows, I will be concerned about. We're definitely going for this low here, possibly rebalancing into these daily fair value gaps. Okay, so that's it for the Nash. Now talk about the Euro USD. Now I was not trading Euro USD for a long time because this Maven shit, they're giving huge spread. So that's kind of like 0.789, 1 pip in. Man, 1 pip spread in Euro USD. That's literally bullshit. That's literally bullshit. Okay, but if I see that the spread is under control, then I can look to see possibly some trading scenarios in this. So the last time I was talking about this weekly fair value gap and our accumulating here, we had a massive breakthrough. So that means this monthly fair value gap is definitely working out. We had our stop rate, break structure, everything was fine, that's good. And right now, what am I saying is we are having massive push. Create this massive push into Euro USD, came back into this is possibly one single weekly fair value gap here. So nice. So as you can see here in the daily time frame, this is the weekly fair value gap. We went into the weekly fair value gap and formed our model, and we had this is from the manipulation move. This is the standard deviation that we got. We just went to the -4 to 4.5 standard deviation. We had this daily fair value gap here. We went it and we didn't have any form of SMT or anything. Didn't have any form of SMT or anything. So because we didn't have anything else, so I think I am definitely bullish because I'm not seeing any form of manipulation here. So just a normal retracement because we went into this fair value gap as well as this standard deviation. -4 to 3.5. As I told you before, when you hit these levels, -4 to 2.5, -4 to 3.5, what do? We rebalance it to 50%. We rebalance into fair value gaps. So as you can see, looking at this, it's making much more sense here. When in that, didn't have any sort of, didn't have any sort of manipulation. So didn't have any form of manipulation, not as an SMT and not as a stop rate. So going into the week in Euro USD, I will be bullish, quite a lot of bullish. Okay, because we already kind of we went into that, and Thursday and Friday we kind of rebalanced into this fair value gap here, 4 hour fair value gap. So what I would like to see is pretty easy. We didn't have any form of manipulation, so I would like to see that price go towards this high where it manipulates, and after that it depends on. What I'm saying is, we didn't have any form of manipulation here that I can consider as that we are kind of doing, let's say any form of shift in structure. If you look at these lows, no displacement, had nice push, came back, still having not much of a displacement. There is no clear displacement. We don't see any low got clearly displaced through any low. This low, first of all, it didn't have any form of manipulation. Okay, second, no displacement through this low, no displacement through this low. So I cannot consider these as market structure shift until and unless I see some form of low get displaced through displacement. There is no solid displacement. Okay, we are into this 4 hour. So what am I looking to see is Monday we actually got a news possibly. We are saying, what is this? Balance of trade. It's actually at Monday 10:30 a.m. So let's see how this news plays out. I don't see it here. Nothing. Trade balance. We actually have trade balance, but it's not super something. So let's see how do we behave here. So for the JPY, for the Euro USD, my bias is definitely bullish. We have been bullish in Euro USD. We have been bullish in Euro USD quite a lot. Right now we're into this weekly fair value gap, which we are respecting. From the manipulation move, we made the 2 to 2.5, we made the -4 to 4.5. After making the 4 to 4.5, we are simply kind of rebalancing into 50%. Sorry for that. Rebalancing into 50%. So we had rebalanced to 50%. So all I just want to see is, and we are also not seeing any sort of low getting broke through. So all things are indicating into one thing: we definitely gonna have possible a reversal. So what I'm looking to see, we just peg this 4 hour fair value gap and simply go for this high. But this is going to be the stop rate high, first of all. Okay. So right now I am not looking further than this high here, this top rate. Okay. I'd like to see us go into this possibly, and after that I would look to see new highs, possibly this. If I see that we are breaking through this high here, if I see that we are kind of having displacement through this high, then I'll be pretty confident with these highs around here, these equal highs here, this high here, this buy stops. But first of all, I would be looking to see that we at least go towards this stop rate high, and I'll observe the price action here. Okay, I'll observe the price action here. Let me write it down. Which is see if we break through this high or sweep it. If we sweep it, then yeah, I'd like to see us possibly rebalance or possibly see anything happens. But that will depends on what kind of price action we create as we're going in. But I always have two things in my mind. I always play with both action. So let's say that going into the next week, we actually see displacement through some form of low. We actually see displacement into here. Okay, we break through this fair value gap. Then what you're looking to see? If I see that we are breaking through this fair value gap, first thing first, I would like to see us break through. Use it as an inverse. This is important. I don't want to see us kind of break through, big push down, big push up. I would like to see us break through displacement, slow push to the upside, form our model, and then displacement back into the range. And if that happens, then I will be willing to see us coming towards these lows. Okay, possibly this equal liquidity, and possibly this lows here, this low here, this equal liquidity here. But that would consider as two things. I wanna see model layout, the FVG, and use as an. Okay, this is what I wanna see. Model play out here. Model play out. Break the FVG and break of the FVG and use it as an inverse. Okay. Break of the FVG and then use it as an inverse and model play out. Here I want to see my model play out. Okay. Or simply we can this is important what you want to see here, but here if we see respect, come back, and here I would like to see us kind of displace. I would like to see quite a lot of displacement, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour. We form clear displacement towards high. Right. As we are into this 4 hour fair value gap, I would like to see 15 minutes, 30 minutes give me a solid displacement back into the range. Solid displacement back into the range to confirm we are going towards these highs. Okay, this high here, then finally the stop rate high. And once we come here, then I'll be looking to see sweep or break. But if I see displacement here, then I would like to see 4 hour close, which will come from the break. Then this will become an IFBG that I want to see us use it as an IFBG, inverse fair value gap, retrace back into, play our model, and again displace back into the range. And then I can see us coming towards this low, this equal low here, and possibly into this low. Okay, so that's it for EURUSD. So this is my complete weekly outlook for EURUSD, NASH, and USDJPY. And I'll be only willing to trade EURUSD if I see an EURUSD, GBP/USD all the same. So for the GBP/USD, the bias will be the same. So EURUSD, if I see spreads are okay, I'll trade it. USDJPY, if I don't see that spreads are not all right in EURUSD, I'll be looking to see trade in USDJPY. And every London session, every night New York AM session, I'm gonna trade the NAS100. So that's the complete weekly outlook for me, and that's it.